Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 75939. This is the LEGO Jurassic World Summer 2020 Dr. Wu's Lab Baby Dinosaurs Breakout. I got this at Walmart on July 2nd. As of July 3rd, it's not available on Shop at Home yet. Supposedly these are supposed to be coming out officially on July 6th, so I guess that's probably when it'll appear on Shop at Home, though with the way that all the release dates have worked out, nobody really knows. But this retails for $19.99, if I didn't say that. It contains 164 pieces, 2 minifigures, and 2 new baby dinos, which are particularly exciting. You have one instruction booklet, which does have an ad for the other 3 sets from this wave in the back. I don't think I saw this one at Walmart, but they had all of the other 3. I really want to get this one, but $99 is a lot, so I will probably wait until it's discounted. And yeah, the box is just kind of what you'd expect. It shows some features on the back and all that, and mine had a thumb tab. Maybe there's ones that don't, but yeah. Let's take a look at the builds here. So here's the little lab build. There is a separate table which you can stick here and kind of fill in this space in the center, but we'll take a closer look at that in a second. And just, compared to the size of a minifigure, you can see that the stuff here seems to be in a pretty decent minifigure scale. There are some computer screens which do show images of both of the baby dinosaurs, and these are on hinges, so you can change the angle if you'd like. But I do like the default angle. It's very slight, but it looks like what you would reasonably expect a computer monitor to be angled at, so I like that. You do have a mug here, which is on a 2x2 jumper, which there are 4 of, and that's what they use for the desks. So you could place other accessories on there that have a stud receiver on the bottom. And yeah, there's also this additional screen here, which is on a slope. At least I assume that's a screen. It could be like a whiteboard or something with nicely drawn up stuff on it. But that shows the egg on it. And we do have one of these transparent blue windscreen pieces, which shows a map of the island as well as a power off thing. And I don't know exactly what those 5 people are supposed to represent, but they're there. And that's the thing. Over here to this side, we have the little egg incubator, which actually is a pretty good looking build. You have this little robotic arm, which you can take and reach in and grab one of the eggs, which the eggs are attached with studs, so you're going to have to remove that yourself. But once you grab it, your arm will hold on to it pretty well, and that's pretty neat. And you can't turn it side to side at the base, but you can turn this side to side, and you can move it up and down at the base and up and down here, and you can extend the claws, open them up, and however you'd like. Inside the egg incubator, there's a little bit of greenery in there. It uses one of those cross 3x3 plates. And yeah, 2 eggs. Egg pieces are always kind of cool to get, and you can close that up completely if you want them to be just incubating without interference from the robot arm. But that whole section is a pretty neat, simple little build. Looks pretty good. And then we move over here to the other area, which you can hinge this open and closed. And what this would be basically would be like, this is a suggestion of the little baby Triceratops holding pen enclosure observation area. That maybe would have made more sense. There's a little bit more of a wall here, just so that it's not just a straight cut off from glass. Just even if there was a 1x1 pillar next to it, I think that would have just helped make it look a little more like an enclosure. But this is attached pretty loosely, so maybe your baby Triceratops can get a little bit too excited to see you. Maybe you're standing here, and the baby Triceratops is really happy to see you and just knocks it over. It is just attached with jumpers to make that happen. There's this TV screen which you can change the angle of. I guess it's not a TV screen, but like a monitor, and that will be showing a security cam footage. They don't have a suggestion of a security camera here, which, I mean, it's not that big a deal, but that could have been a nice, simple little inclusion. They could have done that with like 3 pieces, even attached it right there if they wanted to. So maybe very minor disappointment there. But inside we do have 3 of these leaf pieces to represent food for the Triceratops. You can also use this to knock that down. I just use the Triceratops to make it look more in line with the story of the set, I guess. But this does make it really easy to knock that off. And you do have a little tap here, as well as a little sink for, I guess, the Triceratops to drink water. It is almost at the perfect height for him. He's just very slightly off the ground. But, you know, that looks pretty respectable. And then over here, since this would technically be over here, and then this would be a separate area, there's a little control panel here, which does have a minifigure base plate in there with 2 stickers on the top and bottom, which actually comes out looking pretty good. And you have these levers which you can flip and maybe activate something, restart the power or something, and then you have a red and green button, which that whole thing looks pretty good. The little table here is fine. You do have a bunch of clips on the sides for all sorts of accessories, including a syringe and a tranquilizer gun. This microscope is pretty cool looking. This 1x1 round tile in trans clear is supposed to represent a slide of what you're looking at. It's not printed or anything, so you're not missing anything there. And we have a printed 1x1 round brick with the mosquito and amber that appears in one of the other sets from this wave, and a laptop which just has some important data analysis being done on it, I guess. And yeah, it just sits on this tiled area of the table. And there's also a bottle for you to feed one of the baby dinosaurs, if you want to. And the 2 new baby dinosaur molds are definitely the start of the show here. Here we have the baby Triceratops, and compared to the height of a minifigure, you know, it's almost the complete height of one minifigure. And the way that this mold works, it is dual molded. Maybe not dual molded, but it's 2 separate molded parts that are assembled in factory. And I think that the top part is dual molded with the white here at the front. But you do have the printing for the eyes there, which is pretty good. And the whole molding for this is great. Looks straight out of the LEGO Jurassic World video game, which is a good thing. It's like they just took that mold and poured it here, which is nice. And just like a Lego horse, you can remove a 1x2 brick and plate that, you know, they attach to the back, and you can have a minifigure riding it, which is kind of neat, and, you know, would work for if you're trying to make the little petting zoo area. You could, I guess, technically also put a horse saddle piece on this, but it wouldn't look too good because it wouldn't line up with the curves of the Triceratops' back. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little baby dino mold, and, you know, I wouldn't mind getting more of these in the future. And then we also have the little baby Ankylosaurus here, and they do introduce an adult one in the larger set from this wave as well. And the printing on this thing is really good. As far as the size, it's actually smaller than I would have expected. It's about half the height of the Triceratops. I don't know, maybe baby Ankylosauruses are actually smaller than Triceratopses. At least the LEGO versions of the adults are about the same body size, so maybe this is just supposed to be an even younger baby of this species. It is dual molded with the sand green and the tan, and has 4 anti-studs on the bottom. I guess I should have mentioned that with the Triceratops too, that the feet are anti-studs. And I do like the little tail there as well, and there's a single stud on the top. I guess if you really, really were tempted to, you could stick a minifigure on top and have them sort of ride it, but that looks extremely awkward and probably borderline animal cruelty. Our 2 minifigures here are Dr. Wu and Owen Grady, and both these figures feature something new for 2020. The torso print for Dr. Wu is the same that was used in the Stygimoloch Breakout from Fallen Kingdom, but the face print is new and updated. And Owen has the same legs and face, and I guess hairpiece too, as the previous Owen Grady figures that we've gotten, but his torso print is new. It does appear in 3 of the 4 new sets, but you know, it is a new print, and it is on dark orange, and it looks pretty good. The skin tone on the torso is fine. It looks basically the same as his shirt color, though, so I guess the tan probably could have used a little bit more opacity, but the flesh looks fine. And if we turn these figures around, you can see their back printing. Again, the dark orange on that one looks pretty decent, and they both have alternate facial expressions. I like Dr. Wu's little scared expression here. I guess this is probably for when the baby Triceratops tries to escape, and then Owen's alternate face is also pretty good, and I've liked that head print since they've introduced it. But maybe it would have been nice to get a new expression for him too. Overall, I think that this set is a pretty reasonable $20 set. You do get the 2 brand new baby dinosaur molds, which are going to be the big draw for a lot of people. The minifigures are fine too. You know, it's nice that they gave us some new stuff. They didn't really have to. I guess I should mention that Wu's face is exclusive to the set because he's not in any other sets released in this wave. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It feels like feels like it would probably go really well with the Sticky Moloch Breakout set from Fallen Kingdom. You know, just kind of allow you to expand on that lab, and you know, that's a good thing, I guess. It's a pretty decent decent thing for them to do, to just, you know, add a bunch of sets together that are sort of compatible. But you know, further than that, I don't think as a standalone thing this is like I don't think the build is anything super duper special. I think it's fine, but I do think that the main reason you're buying the set is for the baby dinosaurs. And to be honest, I don't think it's that bad even just for that. They could definitely have, you know, kind of milked this and made it a larger set and put, because it does seem like at least the baby dinosaurs to me are a pretty desirable thing. You know, just extrapolating off the baby raptors that they did in the Fallen Kingdom stuff, those were some of the coolest things to come out of that. So, you know, maybe they'll start using these baby dinosaurs more often too, and have a bunch of different variants of that, and I might get addicted to collecting those as well. So, I don't know, maybe they're onto something here, but yeah, I think this is pretty good, and definitely a strong Jurassic World set. Which, I mean, for the since Fallen Kingdom, I think the Jurassic World sets have been a pretty strong showing. So I'm pretty happy with this one, and would recommend it if you see it discounted 20% off in like a couple months. Would definitely 100% recommend it, and at $20 if you want it, then I think that it is pretty good. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys all next time. Let me know if you've seen any of these in your stores near you, and if you're planning to pick any up. So, bye everyone.